let me go ahead and tell you why you shouldn't let somebody else build your website and why it's so important to understand what is going on with your online presence. Okay. So first off, as you know, I build websites for other PTs. So you might be really confused right now as to why I would be saying you don't want somebody else to build your website. So let me get into this a little bit. When it comes to your website, there is something really valuable and really important in understanding what's going on so that you can make changes and adapt your website. So what do I mean by this? When somebody, here's the common story that I hear, okay? Here's what most people come to me and say. They say, Christine, I paid somebody, sometimes it's thousands and thousands and thousands. I've even had people in the tens of thousands. Hey, I paid somebody all this money to do my website and it's not working. But they just did it and they gave it to me and now I don't know what to do. The most dangerous thing you can do is have someone build a one-off website for you. And what I mean by that is have somebody just build a website and then pass it off to you and be like, here you go, it's yours now. And you're like, wow, okay, it looks great. But what happens if 6 months down the road, it's still not working? And all the hopes and dreams and whatever you were sold, what do you do? Right? You're stuck. You're either stuck with going back and spending more money with that person who built it originally, or you are stuck trying to figure out how to code or use whatever platform that they built on. Doesn't that make you almost want to pull your hair out thinking like, oh my gosh, I didn't make it, so I don't know how to change it. I don't know how to fix it. Heck, I have so many people who've worked with other web developers or tried to build their own website and they don't even know what's going on their website. They don't even know how to track their numbers. They don't even have access to tracking their numbers. And that is a scary thought. Okay, that's a scary place to be when you have one of your most important assets in your business, something that's supposed to be your online storefront, essentially, right? Your online employee, as I like to refer to it, and you have no metrics to track. You have no way to edit it. It's almost like having, gosh, what's the best analogy I can come up with off the top of my head? But it's like you hired a front desk admin and they're never going to change for the rest of their career or time with you. They're never going to grow. They're never going to learn. They're just going to remain the same. And talk about how dangerous that is to your business. How scary is that a place to be that one of your most important assets, the thing that people are going to visit the most when they hear about you, right? They're going to hear about you. They're going to go check you out online and you have no control over it. Okay. And that's why I'm a huge advocate of not ever getting someone to just one-off build your website. Okay. So, because then a few months later, when you realize you've got to make a change, you can't. And if you're still living under the, I'm going to say it, if you're still living under the rock, believing that making your website is a one-time thing, it's just not. I should probably make a whole nother video about that, but it's not. Okay, your website is just like any other living, breathing part of your business that has to learn and grow, just like you as a business owner, right? If you were the same business owner you were a year ago, well, I'm going to guess that business isn't doing so hot right now, because you're not learning and growing and changing and adapting. And your website has to do the same thing. That's why I like to call it an online employee. It's dynamic. It's involved in the business. It does not just do one thing. Okay, so pretty much what that means is that if you aren't going to go the option, if you're going to take my advice, if you're not going to go the option of doing a one-off website where somebody goes and builds it for you and then says, here it is, then what are your options? Okay, that leaves you with two options. And that is you and they're two extremes. Okay, that is that you either then go build it yourself, which can be a daunting task. That's why the workshop exists. That's why what we do at PT Website Secrets, that's why one of the big things we do for people is help guide you through that process. So it's not daunting. So it doesn't take you years and instead you get it done in weeks, is to go build it yourself. Because when you build it yourself, you'll actually know how to make changes, right? If you don't build it and then something breaks, well, it's really hard to go back and then find what fell apart when you don't know how it was put together in the first place. So then your other option is to make sure you're in a situation where somebody builds it, somebody is going to monitor it, somebody is going to track how many leads it's getting, and somebody's going to be able to make recommendations for you based on those results so that you continue to grow and that you continue to get better results. Okay. Now, the problem is you're going to find a lot of web developers out there will not do that for you. In fact, it's a little scary. I've had a lot of people call some of those other companies, who shall not be named, and ask them, oh, well, how's it doing for you? Like, what stats are your clients getting? Do they get patients off? How many are they getting? How many leads do they get each month? And guess what they say? Oh, we don't know. We don't track that information. That's your job. Sorry, I'm getting on a little bit of a rant here, but that is your job. You didn't build a website to not know if it works. Are you kidding me? Like that's ridiculous. That's absolutely absurd. And if you're tolerating that right now and you're a web developer, like that's just, well, unfortunately, you're losing out in a big way in part of your business. So they should be tracking these things for you and making recommendations on where to optimize. So in other words, you really need more than just somebody who can throw something up online. That's almost why I don't even like the term web developer, especially when it comes to when people ask like what we do at PT Website Secrets. It is so much more than building a website. You've got to understand your website is so much more than a website. And that's why it's a huge problem if you don't have control and knowledge of what's going on and how to change it. But even if things are going well, you still have to be able to know how to teach, learn, and grow and get to move the company forward. The one thing is the people who are static and not changing and not learning, those are the ones that get stuck and don't get the results they are looking for. All right. So this is why it's a really bad idea to go hire somebody off to just build you a website one-off. Like just build your website and then pass it off to you. It's probably the worst investment you can make, to be honest, when it comes to websites. Worst investment you can make, hands down. You might as well save your money and not even go that route. Just not even. Okay. And that's why we don't even, to be honest, that's why I don't even offer that option in PT Website Secrets, because I feel like I'm literally doing you a disservice and I'm taking your money. And that's why I say, look, we'll do an almost done for you and teach you how to do it. Or if you already have one that you're really happy with and you know how to edit, great. We'll show you exactly what why your messaging's off and where you need to put things. Great. We can show you that. Or we can do almost all of it for you and then teach you how to manage it, because that way you can grow the website as your company grows. Or you know what? That's fine. Well, if you really want us and me and my awesome team to take care of the whole thing for you, I mean, we can do that too, because we're going to monitor it. We're going to obsess over how many leads you're getting as much as you are. I'm a PT, you guys. That's what I love to do. I love to obsess over getting leads. I'm a PT. I'm a marketer. This is what I love to do. That's why you won't even see in our options. I have so many people. I do have people who still ask me. They're like, Christine, won't you just build it for me once and then give it to me? And I'm like, no. I am saving you from a huge error and a huge financial mistake. That's not going to help your business grow in the long run. And that's not what I'm out to do. I'm not out to just take people's money. Like, that's what I'm not out to do. So that's why we don't even offer that as an option here at PT Website Secrets. So I just want to make you guys aware of the dangers of what can happen if you just pay someone a one-off website fee and then they pass it off to you and you don't know where to go from there. And I don't want you to get stuck in that situation. That's why we had this call tonight, to make sure that you are empowered with the knowledge you need to make the next best decision about what to do to get your website working and bringing you in leads consistently. It's about bedtime for the kiddos, so I've got to run. But I hope you guys have a fantastic evening, and I'm going to go put some little ones to bed. All right. Have a good night. Bye.